asking you now, the next journey, the next phase, where you had to dig deep and go into the manhood to get to the next level. Now you're home, physical therapy, bam, as the next phase.
Well, after my 6 week journey, I went to visit my doctor, and he was telling me that we're gonna have to get into a big phase, which is recovery mode. He know that he realized by now that you know that you have uncontrollable urine. You can't control it because your muscles and everything that you had in there, we done went in and remove a part and tied it back into like just a tube. So you don't have no more prostate, no more muscle in there where you're gonna be able to have that control. So now it's like a rebuild effort. So now he said, I'm gonna set you with a special therapy. It's this kind of therapy that they do just for patients of prostate cancer and after the surgery. Nice lady, used to have you in her office. Of course, you knew you did. She hooked you up to all kind of cables, you name it, because they want to see where you start out and where you're gonna finish.
Right.
So this cable is about to see the measurement of how your muscles contract, how you're gonna move. They have you on a machine and a screen. You start out on day one, they tell you contract. Like if you're trying to hold your urine or hold your muscles, you're probably about ready or whatever. So you know where you have to go toward. And they try to build you mentally for this head. Because of course, you know, like I always share, men are always scared where it comes to, you can't control your urine, what's gonna happen with my sex life? You know, that is the big questions that men tend to ask.
Right.
So I try to leave them there in the past because I had good discussions with my doctor that I gonna get you back. It won't be 100%, but I gonna get you back way over 80.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be happy with your face that you could be worse, but I'm gonna get you here. And the therapy was real good. The lady worked with me well. I had to do a lot of gym sessions, treadmills, weights. So, you know, just to build back. And then when you go home, you had things to go home with to work on. You had your homework to do at home. And then it came the removal of the catheter, which was like a big
How long
deal
was
for
that
me.
in there?
It's like three to 4 weeks.
Okay, about a month. Okay.
Yeah, and then the removal came, and then the days come up, you have to wear Pampers. So now, I'm a grown man, but I ain't Pampers.
Yeah.
So, you know, he said this is the process. But he didn't want me to get dependent on Pampers. So he told me when I'm home, remove your Pampers, or else you're going to be dependent on it.
Yeah.
So he said you'll have a lot of accidents, but you have to go with the accidents. You know, so I used to sit outside and my sister bench outside where I don't stay inside, make no mess. I spend my days out there and try your best, you know, just to build back the muscle. When you could make it to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom and stuff like that. I was doing quite well up there. You know, between Pampers, then I went down to pads. I spent the next, from February, I came home May 1st, back to St. Thomas. So I had quite a journey in the States, and she wanted me to continue my therapy here, but the therapy that she was giving me is very hard to find.
Right.
I found it in Red Oak practice, which I was glad for, which was like, yeah, you could continue on the island and, you know, finish out and finish strong. That's the key. Building back, don't give up, don't quit, and you're gonna be all right.
Now, when people would see you walking on waterfront, that was part of the physical therapy?
Very much so.
Okay.
From the time I came out of the hospital, my doctor wanted me to walk a mile a day. He said, I don't want you to be in a rush. Take your time, but I want a mile out of you a day. So that was my remedy every day. You could wet yourself, whatever. I used to walk within a gated area of my sister's compound, and I would do my mile either in the morning or late in the afternoon. I would get my mile in, and that helped a lot. And by the time I came home, I was doing way over 3 miles. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I was able to walk here. I was sharing the stories of, you know, you could ask me points away how distance is there and St. Thomas from anything from the waterfront, from the fire station down the waterfront
To Wapa?
to Wapa and back,
Any last mile?
Arians and back, 6 miles. I can take it down the road. You know what I mean? From the fire station to where the old Bally's was and back, a mile or two. You know, so I could tell you points there because I did it so long, and that was my build back session and trying to get my body as best as possible after that session.
You spoke about a song you wrote. after that process.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of how you connect that song to that journey.
And before you get out the house to do all that vetting, just hear what I say and get on your knees and pray. Hey, you got to give thanks. From the time we get up and blessed with another day, you got to give thanks.
Carnival was coming, I already missed the carnival, which, you know, I got myself involved in carnival, singing, whatever. And I wanted to do something related to carnival, but still related to what I was going through with a message. You know, with the team that I work with, I have a song called Give Thanks. And it was just truly just talking about before you get out there to jump up and play, you know what I mean? I want you to give thanks in the mind to the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Because without the Almighty and without prayers or whatever, you wouldn't have what you have today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
true.
And at the same time, I lost my classmate with battle of cancer, Alassane, and you know, I even involved and things like that. So the song was really, really just deep, and it had a message, you know what I mean? Been to the mountain tops, I could hear the trumpets playing, you know what I mean? So it was that message, but still it had the calypso flair to it. I still telling you about, you know, getting to the village, having a good time. But before you do all of this, just give thanks. You know what I'm saying? So that was my key about that one song, and it was dedicated to the journey that I've been through.
And throughout your journey, how important was it to have like family and loved one support?
Hey, I go tell anybody with anything you go through, you have to have that support. I even help others through their journey, you know what I'm saying? Classmates, friends, strangers. And I always tell them I want to talk to their members who close to them, to show them that what they gonna need to get through this.
That's right.
And
That's a
what
good
you gonna
angle.
need
Good
is
angle.
like, not just being there to give me like something to like drink or help me here. You're gonna need a person to talk to, encourage them, you know, give them that support that they're gonna be around for a longer period of time. You're gonna be here because I am here with you. You know what I mean? And you need that strength. You know what I mean? People that think it's all about the monetary or whatever. It's just a conversation, a good conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the key thing about, you know, support and having people around.
That's awesome, man.
All right, Dondi, what's your advice to males out there who are skeptical or afraid to go and get tested for prostate cancer? Because you know the biggest thing is with men, they want a body, putting gloves and getting a digital rectal exam. So
Rectal exam.
yeah. So what's your message of it?
My biggest thing is it's better to know so you could try and solve the problem. We have to get away from that kind of stigmatism or, you know, that kind of thinking about out here in this world and not wanting to get what's best for us. We're talking a 2-second, 3-second exam. You know you're a man you is, whatever. I don't think that should even fare when it comes to your health. You know, so I very much encourage people, go out there. The blood work is alright, but ain't nothing like the exam because they actually is that feeling to see the swollen and, you know, they want to see, they know the size it should be, and the blood ain't gonna give you the size. The blood might give you a reading of 6.0, knowing that you're over and say, okay, I gotta work on it to bring it back. Or you might be at a point now where it's like it might be too late for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nothing to get outside of your prostate, get in your body, spread throughout your body, which you could have handled already. So a 3-second exam shouldn't cost you, don't want you to cost your life. So I encourage people, well, they do your physicals, especially government workers, they have an insurance card, and it helps, it points out the signal, it's like American Express. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent.
Point to work. You know what I'm saying? Get your exams, find out what wrong, and get out there and see what you can get solved.
And in terms of your exams, how often should a male actually go and get tested?
But I encourage males, everybody use support as once a year. I say every 6 months, especially when you start to go up in age, 40, 45. I say 6 months, at least for that test, for the PSA and the the rectal exam. I say 6 months because, like I said, things will change rapidly when it comes to PSA and it comes to testing when it comes to cancer. Cancer doesn't wait on people. It could be very angry and very aggressive.
Yeah, mister.
So it's always good to stay on top of it. If you reach at 4.0, okay, you won't have that area. You know, when you reach 4.0, which is before you go like way out, you want to like say like I need to do some stuff to bring it back down or whatever. So
Right.
6 months.
And relative to the testing, that's something so many that you could actually know. When I test for prostate, when I do my PSA test, the numbers are between 1.5 and 1.6. However, the doctor didn't tell me initially when you're going to get tested, refrain from sex from the 4 days before. All right, I had sex the morning of, went and got my blood tested, my numbers came back at 3.8. So my heart is racing on the doctor like, how you went from 1.5 to 3.8, we need to start doing some stuff. And then just talking to him, I let him know what they did the morning before and the day before and the day before that, and he said, I should have told you that from before. But he told me to stay refrain from sex for like about a week, come back and was retested, and I'm moving right back down to 1.5. So that's very important.
The prostate is where you produce your sperm and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, coming back with this here, just to, you know, wrap it up with like people who will be concerned. So like with myself, you know, your sex life, my sex life is not there. I just don't produce semen, so I can't have any more kids. I can't have any more kids. You could get a feeling like what men like, you could get the excitement, but you won't have that ejaculation of semen. You don't produce semen anymore. But you still have your ways of having your life going forward. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for some it don't happen, but for some, like I say, what I went through, which my doctor guaranteed me that he would get me back to some kind of function, which he did. So,
Good.
I mean, there's ways and function, and it's how you want to, you know, get to keep your mind strong and will, and you could get back there. So, you know, this is what happens, and this is where I'm at.
One of the things you spoke about was living and not focusing on the foolishness and the apprehension to do what you know you should at least go find out. Because like you said, a lot of people on the fence. A lot of people have quality health insurance. A very good coworker of mine went to the doctor for eye exam January 2020. And by February 2020, he was dead from prostate cancer, stage 4. The doctor told his wife, it's impossible for a male to have stage 4 prostate cancer and not experience pain, discomfort,
Very much.
unbelief. It can't happen.
Very much.
It cannot happen.
He should have had some extreme pains
Yes.
going through urination problems.
Yes.
The stoppage of, that's